At a Trump rally in Iowa, Iowa State Representative Mike Sexton did a weird Yoda impression that garnered criticism from everyone, including Luke Skywalker himself. Mark Hamill tweeted, quote, "The cringe is strong with this one, and who are we to argue?"
The dark side is very powerful in Biden. Crooked is he. Your country, he does not care. The force is strong in Trump. When he must, help him you can. Caucus for him you shall. For without his victory, all hope is lost.
When the story was pitched to me, my producer said that he was going for Yoda, but somehow ended up closer to Smeagol, or Gollum as he's more commonly known. We are trilogy jumping for sure, but as with a lot of epic stories, the themes we see presented in them are often similar. Not that I'm comparing Yoda to Smeagol beyond the fact that they both have very distinctive speech patterns, but I am saying that it makes sense that a lawmaker would attempt to draw lines between modern politics and that of, say, the Galactic Republic or Empire or whatever. Art imitates life, and of course the opposite is also true. I believe that art, whatever the medium, helps us to make sense of the world that we live in and to find our place within it and to just examine and explore it more freely than we might otherwise feel comfortable doing. Most things, if not everything in art, can be interpreted as a metaphor for something in life, but as we're about to see, those interpretations can really vary depending on the existing biases and perspectives that we hold.
And ultimately, what we see beyond it is, in Star Wars, we learned that Luke Skywalker eventually had to confront Darth Vader. He couldn't sit back and just wait for the Force or Han Solo to take care of it for him. So Ron DeSantis, a Tim Scott, a Mike Pence, if they want to win, the nomination goes through Donald Trump, and you have to confront him. You can't hope that somebody else will do it for you. Hope is never a political strategy.
We had Star Wars. The Empire got destroyed, just like the Mueller report got destroyed. The sequel is here. It's The Empire Strikes Back, or as we like to say, the Intelligence Committee strikes back. Adam Schiff strikes back. But we all know how the story ends. The rebels win. Ultimately, the president will be exonerated, and we don't anticipate there being any reason to go forward with.
Disclaimer, I'm not that into Star Wars, as might be evident as we proceed with this video, but I have seen the movies. Some of them. I've seen, I think, episodes 2 through 6. They're not my favorite, but I respect them. Also, justice for Hayden. You deserve better. So Sexton says that the dark side is very powerful in Biden and that the force is strong in Trump. Biden is crooked and doesn't care about the country, and we all need to caucus for Trump, our only hope. Help us, Donald Trump. It wasn't even a good Yoda impression, which is impressive on its own. He said, referring to Biden, quote, "Your country, he does not care." That is clunky. Then he tried to Jedi mind trick the audience regarding Trump's third candidacy, saying, quote, "Caucus for him you shall." Okay. But I don't have time right now to do a deep dive into Republicans missing the points when it comes to art and culture, and misinterpreting things that are, to be fair, open to interpretation. As far as interpretation goes, there's very rarely a right or wrong way to analyze and understand a work, but as a former lit major, I will say that some arguments crumble quicker than others. Also, some people argue that the creator's perspective and ideals should be considered within the analysis of the work, and some argue that the two should be kept separate. Journalist Nick Field pointed out, however, that Republicans, quote, "desperately want to make Star Wars, written by a long line of progressives, into a conservative story." And they have a habit of doing that. Republicans were surprised when Tom Morello of Rage Against the Machine was outspoken against Trump and police brutality and the machine. They hate Captain America and Barbie, but they somehow have less to say about Iron Man or Oppenheimer. And now, apparently 77-year-old Donald Trump is the new hope that all the Jedis, aka the Republicans, have been so desperately searching for. Trump will save them from the tyranny of Palpatine/Biden. But if Biden's Palpatine, then who is Darth Vader? My Star Wars knowledge is admittedly very limited, so maybe you in the comments may have a better analysis here, but case in point, sometimes these analogies can only go so far. That said, I'm sure someone on YouTube has already done a full video essay dissecting all of it. All right, that's it for me. If you got anything out of this, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out my podcast, Modern Context. New episode comes out on Black Friday, and happy holidays. Thanks.